Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, GA tries to stay out of the path of Hurricane Harvey. Patent scam documentary highlights threat to innovation. And Gulfstream G280 surpasses 100,000 flight hours. Hello. I'm Christopher C. Odom. It's August 29th, 2017, and this is Airborne Unlimited. ANN is monitoring reports of extensive damage in Texas, but a number of GA pilots got out while the going was good. ANN friend Sarah Rovner described her company's efforts to get susceptible GA birds out of harm's way. As the owner of FullThrottle Aviation, an aircraft delivery company, I often get calls from people to move airplanes. On Thursday night, I started getting calls from people who hangar airplanes in areas that flood. They were looking for someone to fly the airplanes out to a safe place. In fact, many airplane owner policies will actually cover the cost of relocation in the event of a major weather event. My team decided to take off from different airports and meet in Waco on Friday morning before the bands of rain made landfall in Houston. By 8 a.m., the weather had already started deteriorating in the Houston area, with large stretches of rain-drenching areas of Houston in a rapid circular motion. All three planes were able to take off uneventfully and fly VFR to Waco. The FBO Servion at Waco graciously offered a low rate for storage, and after tucking the planes away, I collaborated with some of my neighbors for supplies and made a supply run in Waco. After doing a weight and balance, we took all the supplies we could and headed back to Houston. Austin Meyer is the innovator behind X-Plane, a leading flight simulator software program. The product did well and created a devoted fan base, especially when the sim was upgraded to be usable on a number of platforms and offered for sale via a number of outlets, including Google Play. It was the Google Play availability that created an odyssey in which Austin wound up in a costly fight against a company claiming patent infringement, even though the suing party, Uniloc, does not produce flight simulator products or anything apparently besides lawsuits. It was Uniloc's contention that X-Plane for Android violated their patent because of its availability via Google Play. Meyer, in doing exceptional due diligence, discovered the patent troll industry and that many industries inside and outside of aviation are victimized by aggressive patent lawyers seeking a payday under circumstances that are costly, counterproductive, anti-innovative, and creating huge losses for innovators who often have to settle cases because they can't afford to defend themselves. Incensed at the injustice, Meyer set out on a 2-year crusade with a film crew to unravel what was happening to small business owners due to the patent trolling going on in our nation. The result is a documentary we highly recommend entitled The Patent Scam, and it is available online via a number of venues. After the break, Gulfstream G280 surpasses 100,000 flight hours.
Based on the popular Sling 2 LSA, the Sling 4 was designed to be the most practical and desirable lightweight 4-place experimental aircraft on the market. Find out more about this 115 horsepower turbocharged airplane at airplanefactory.com.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Progressive Aerodyne's Sea Ray Elite offers turbocharged Rotax power and Garmin G3X touch avionics. Incredibly well equipped, you can fly away in this best-in-category amphib for less than $160,000. Visit searay.com for more details.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, the new AMA drone report, our website or podcast, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. The worldwide fleet of G280 aircraft recently eclipsed 100,000 flight hours, a milestone achieved less than 5 years after the first model entered service. Since entering service in November 2012, the G280 has been able to continuously improve its dispatch reliability. Through July 2017, the fleet of more than 115 aircraft has achieved a dispatch reliability rate of 99.9% with a range of 3,600 nautical miles at Mach 0.80. The G280 can fly 8 hours nonstop, connecting New York with Paris, Chicago with London, or London with Dubai. Its list of city pair speed records includes a 7-hour, 40-minute flight from Paris to New York. 2 Honeywell HTF7250G engines allow the G280 to transition to an initial cruise altitude of 43,000 feet in approximately 20 minutes. Every Tuesday, we look ahead at some of the more interesting events in the aviation universe. Here's this week's Aero-Calendar. September 2nd through 3rd is the Thunderbird 150 Air Race at the Taylor Municipal Airport in Taylor, Arizona. This will be a 161 statute-mile cross-country race with 4 turn points. Racers will start fastest to slowest to avoid passing. The race is being held on Sunday to allow travel on Saturday and an early start in the cool morning on Sunday. September 8th through 9th is the Corvair Zenith Sonics flying at the Cook County Airport in Adel, Georgia. Azalea Aviation invites you to another fly-in. This one, however, is to focus on any and all Corvair-powered aircraft or any Zenith Sonics aircraft products. This will be a great opportunity for you to visit their airport and meet up with other Corvair or Zenith Sonics builders and pilots. September 8th through 10th is the first annual all-helicopter meet at the Radio Flyer Airport in Deer Park, Washington. All helicopter are welcome factory and home builds. Camping on site and some food will be available. After these messages, Gogo Business Aviation's 4G service takes flight.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing a few of those other great stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. The FAA has awarded an STC and PMA to Gogo Business Aviation for its new dual-directional antennas, which will be used with the Gogo Advanced TM-L5 system. Gogo Advanced L5 connects to the Gogo Biz 4G network, delivering faster speeds and enhanced network capacity, enabling a more robust experience for activities such as live streaming, video, and audio, on-demand movies, personal smartphone use, real-time data for cockpit apps, and remote diagnostics and support while in flight. A third runway at Heathrow Airport may be losing support from the Labour Party because of environmental concerns. While Labour has acknowledged the need for the third runway, questions are now arising about pollution and a reduction in air quality from the expected increase in operations at Heathrow after the runway is built. Party sources say that Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn is a likely no vote on the runway when it happens, likely in 2018. The Property Drone Consortium, a collaboration that consists of insurance carriers, roofing industry leaders, and supporting enterprises who have agreed to work together to promote research, development, and the assessment of regulations for the use of UAS technology across the insurance and construction industries, have announced that Texas Windstorm Insurance Association has joined the consortium as a technology member. Two petty officers, first class, from the USS Abraham Lincoln received initial training from the Air Force's 33rd Maintenance Squadron Aerospace Ground Equipment, or AGE, flight at Eglin Air Force Base August 7th through 11th, 2017. The sailors, petty officers first class Jeremiah Apple and Kanathea Sam, received the training and the preparation for F-35C operations on board their ship. Russian helicopters holding a part of Rostec State Corporation is ready for serial delivery of modernized multi-role Ka-27M helicopters for the Russian naval aviation. The first aircraft has already passed through the entire series of factory tests. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's get back to the rest of the news. The 26th edition of the Joseph T. Null Report, a review of general aviation accidents for 2014, the most recent year for which reasonably complete data are available, has been released by the AOPA Air Safety Institute. The results indicate that the significant improvements in historically low accident rates registered in 2013 proved not to be a one-time statistical anomaly, wrote AOPA Air Safety Institute Executive Director Richard McSpadden in his publisher's view in the Null Report. The statistics show that there were 950 non-commercial fixed-wing accidents in 2014 compared to 961 in 2013. The number of accidents that involved fatalities was 196, a slight increase over 2013. Pilot-related causes were cited in 75.3% of the accidents. A large majority of the accident flights, 76.1%, were personal flights, while 13.8% were instructional. The Air Safety Institute also released the 2015 through 16 GA Accident Scorecard, a brief statistical summary that supplements the Null Report's detailed examination of 2014 data. It notes that after arresting a 7-year decline in 2014, non-commercial fixed-wing flight time increased more than 5% in 2015, while the rate of accidents remained at the low level achieved the previous year. The number of fatal accidents declined by 2. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily, Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. A comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Keep flying. We'll see you tomorrow.